Hello and welcome to Shady Rainbow Streams. Finally got in, got all my Endwalker stuff started, and, well, not technically started, it's right here, but yay! And while I'm thinking of it, I think I acquired... I thought I got a minion. Okay. I don't think I deleted it, so... Palmon minion. Okay. There's that one. Okay, definitely not better than what I have. So then... Oh, there it is. Aha. Ah. One of the twin mages from Final Fantasy IV. Okay. Alright, let's get the ball rolling on Endwalkers.
I'm back.
Hi. I plugged in my headphones and decided to start streaming and then start working on Endwalker's storyline.
Oh, come here, Emma. Come on. Let's see.
Doo-be-dee-doo. Wait, that sounded like Shadowbringer's quest start. By the way, have you happened to see a mount going around that looks like a Zoid?
Oh, what?
A Zoid.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, do you know what a Zoid is?
Nope.
Google it real quick.
Hang on.
Oh my god, there's so many people here. Ah! Oh, yikes. Hi, Dark Shift. That is wow.
Oh, that big dragon mount?
That mechanical dragon thingy. Yeah, like
Yeah.
what is that mechanical dragon mount?
It is from Bozjan.
From what?
It is from Bozjan. It's oh wait. No, wait, no, wait. It is the
Good to see ya.
Shadowbringers. It is the having a brain fart here. It is the,
Is it stinky?
It's always stinky.
Sorry, I couldn't know myself.
No, it is the mount you get for getting all of the dragon mounts.
Oh, okay. All right.
Somebody posts up in a Reddit thread, I can legitimately say it's Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, but obviously Mecha Bahamut. Well, somebody says it's Ultima weapon from Final Fantasy VII. Kinda. Point is, it looks pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah. I've seen it a couple of times, and I'm like, wait a minute, what the heck? And I actually went looking on the MOG station for it, and I couldn't find it, so I'm like, where the frick do you get this? There are so many people here in Alamigo, in the Alamigan Quarter. It is very intense.
I bet.
I don't know if I want to start this cutscene or not, because I know it's going to be a cutscene.
I'm just trying to figure out where to put my abilities as Reaper.
Oh, I will start the... We have been expecting you. Well, yeah, you invited me. You better be expecting me. Yay! Grandma Sylph!
Esteemed guests, you honor us with your presence. As there is much to discuss, let us begin.
Information on our taken brethren you have, yes? Hear it we would! Beyond forgiveness these featherless ones are! With rivers of blood shall they pay. Freed our people must be!
Well, this guy's got plenty up his butt.
We too would see your kin liberated. But ere we attempt their rescue, we must first find a means to negate the risk of tempering. Without that, we will be unable even to approach the towers, let alone contend with their defenders.
If all else fails, I've always found cannonballs quite effective.
And what of the prisoners? Would you see them slaughtered?
Think for a moment. Ponder, consider, think. If Merlwyb truly intended to bombard the towers, she would have done so by now. Remember, we came here to find a solution together, did we not?
Hey. The kobold guy is actually pretty smart.
Y'Stola spoke of defenders. I but offered a means to clear a path, should you require it.
Given the enemy's capabilities, we will all need to play our part if we are to have any chance of success. For if any here should give less than their best, it will be to the cost of every living being on this star.
A paragon, the Empire, our very gods. How can we hope to prevail against such odds?
That our foe is formidable, none would deny. But our strengths are many and varied. In this chamber, I see masters of strategy, masters of magic, masters of the land, the air, and the sea. And together, there is nothing in creation we cannot overcome.
Somehow my lips split open. On the inside.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon?
What is it, Soulwalker? Do you not express your passion thus? A little tricky without deals, perhaps? Suffice it to say, I am proud to be counted amongst Eorzea's finest. We Sahagin will play our part.
Sahagin boy kind of scares me just a little.
We kobolds have not forgotten the crimes the Overdwellers committed against us in the past. But today we look to the future, as allies united in purpose.
Make mock of the Ixal the Paragon does! Turns kin into puppets! Pits brother against brother! Free them from his grasp, we shall!
As Patriarch Zadar will attest, the Scions have granted us a means to free your brethren from their thraldom. This boon we will gladly share, that your people might never be enslaved again.
We accept! We accept!
Praise me!
think somebody's checking me out.
It's taken a while, but I do believe we might be one step closer to a world without primals. Would that mean Filio were here to see it?
We still have a long way to go, and we're going to need a lot more Porksies. But we're moving in the right direction.
A lot more Porksies
If I may have
indeed.
your attention, there is one other point I would like to raise. As we can all agree, freeing those held captive must take precedence over every other concern. But experience has taught us that none save those with the capacity to resist tempering can hope to enter the towers unscathed. Needless to say, if we are to succeed, engaging with such foes can only ever be considered a last resort. And so I move that we seek to prevent them from being summoned in the first place.
Yes! Both prayer and ether are needed for the ritual. Should either one be denied, the summoning would fail.
Indeed. And so we must endeavor to discover the source of the ether on which the process depends. Do so, and it may present a way to halt the summonings, or perhaps even neutralize the towers entirely.
A promising proposal. While you are conducting your investigations,
Since I'm not a
however,
girl anymore,
we will
most
need to
of my
remain vigilant, lest the Telophoroi
my
commit
glamour
further
plates are,
abductions and
null and
summon
void now.
primals ere we have the means to prevent them.
Oops.
Well, you're the one who wanted to go Bun Boy.
Well, the most important one, the maid. That one's still there.
Still, you chose to go Bun Boy, you gotta live with your choice.
I know. But that opens up some new glamours that I can make, you know, hot Bun Boy. It's like, ooh. And he is cute,
What did
too.
you say?
What? Nothing?
No, say it again.
I didn't say anything.
Right. Come on.
I said hot Bun Boy.
Oh, I thought you said cock Bun Boy.
No!
That's why I was like, okay, I had to have heard that wrong. What'd you say?
No! Somebody's got their mind in the gutter.
It's been that way all day. Not gonna lie, it's been that way all day. Oh, man.
When are our minds never not in the gutter?
Isn't that part of why we became such good friends?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that we liked a lot of the same things, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Glamour plates.
I honestly can't. I know we met at Walden's books, but I actually can't remember what got us to start talking.
Just our love of anime and manga. I mean, we'd sit there and chit-chat about it for hours.
He and Mom would get annoyed. Having to sit there the whole time.
Oops.
Mom's not really one to leave too much, and so if she doesn't have to, she won't. So she prefers staying home.
Yeah. I can understand that.
Yeah.
I'm a homebody too.
Yep. I've gone down the rabbit hole on that one. I had one person ask me how COVID changed my life, and I said it didn't. Other than wearing masks, COVID didn't change my life.
Yep. That's one of those things. You might, realize that you are extremely introverted when when COVID has not changed your life one single bit.
Mm-hmm.
Which for us is a bonus.
Yeah.
To stand a better chance of keeping our enemy at bay, we would do well to coordinate our defensive efforts, sending reinforcements to assist our neighbors when needed.
trying to find a good pair of pants
We
to go with
Amalja
the,
would have been overwhelmed were
summer
it not
indigo
for
shirt
our
that I'm off.
newfound allies. But say the word, and we shall
I mean, I
come.
could always just slap a skirt on him and call it good.
I see we are all in accord.
Oh. Ooh, wait.
But what are we to call this proud
No,
fellowship of ours? I submit that the honor of naming it should go to the scion whose brave efforts have done so much to unite Eorzea. What say you, my friend?
Oh, jeez. I have to name the alliance.
Good luck. Okay, that's nice.
I would call it the Grand Company of Eorzea. That's really the only thing they're giving you a chance to call it. Because your other option is, I would ... call it ... 1 moment, please.
Right? That sounds like good luck.
God.
Ooh. Okay, that's nice. Yes. So that one.
But that's the name I...
Alphino.
A fine choice, for there is none here who does not love Eorzea.
Aye, in that we shall ever be united.
United in our gratitude for the realm that gave us life.
Do, however, need one where he's at least chest, like...
Then let it be recorded
Nothing showing for his chest.
that on this day, the Grand
I wanna
Company
make
of
it get rid of for
Eorzea
that.
was born.
Alphino. Alphino! He's crying! Alphino is crying.
Aww.
How long have we dreamed of this moment?
My dog is snoring.
And now that it's here, Oh, forgive me. Might we speak outside?
Are you gonna yell at me because I took your name? Excuse me.
Sexy. Do it again.
I don't think I can. Not on command.
I keep forgetting that I have the option to use stuff in my freaking armoire.
The wife of my FC leader is on. She's apparently trying to catch up to her. Apparently they're not playing together.
Oh, I know what I should wear. The Star-Spangled Subligar.
What?
Have you never seen the Star-Spangled Subligar?
No.
Oh. Oh. Hang on.
Oh dear.
Yeah, let me get a little picture there for you. On.
Over here in Discord, then. Where are you gonna stick it?
Yeah, personal message for you.
Okay. Really? Really?
Why not?
Like,
I could go with the summer trunks.
you know, the only thing that would have made that more lame is if it was in red, white, and blue.
Right?
That's just...
It is highly amusing for me. So, you know. Open our white ding dong. There's Emperor's New Hat. Though most stuff does not show on the bunnies. Save. Now, there's also the fact that I am going to need something for Christmas. That's good. Okay.
Dun dun dun. Alize. Oh, wow. Somebody just hit level 89.
It's too fast, dude. Too fast.
Right? Flying Marlboro? Wait, what?
Yep.
There's a Marlboro mount?
Yep. I don't remember what it came from, though.
I was gonna say, okay, so how do you get the stinkweed mount?
No clue. Look it up, though. That's what it's called?
I don't think it's called a stinkweed. That's just my nickname for it. Castrum Oriens. Castrum Oriens.
How to...
Castrum Oriens. Castrum Oriens.
Ugh. Gotta get the True Blue achievement.
True Blue achievement? What's that?
To get that achievement, you need the Blue Unchained achievement and Master Conqueror. To get Blue Unchained, you need to get the achievements Mightier Than the Dragon, finish T5 of Binding Quell of Bahamut, Mightier Than the Raven, finish T4 of the Second Quell of Bahamut, Mightier Than the Dreadworm, finish T4 of Final Quell of Bahamut. To get Master Conqueror, you need to get the achievements Mightier Than the Manipulator, finish Burden of the Father, Savage, Mightier Than Justice, finish the Burden of the Son, Savage, Mightier Than the Creator, finish the Soul of the Creator, Savage. Additionally,
whoa,
you need all of these to complete as follows: in a party of only blue mages, with undersized party turned off, and with the silence echo turned on. Good luck, mages. So it is definitely a blue mage thing.
Whoa. Yeah, I won't be getting that anytime soon.
Nope. That is not gonna happen for me.
Nope. Me either.
Really bored. Really bored. I'm sorry, but I'm not that much a fan of, torture.
Right? I've never once done anything on Savage. I'm not about to start now.
I have. I used to raid for a while.
I would raid if I had a big enough group that actually stayed together and didn't bitch and do power play.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I still can't believe one of the free companies that I was in when I was in Midgard Sommer, the female leader booted me over the picture of a bruise on my arm.
Oh?
Yes. I had two surgeries in 4 days of each other. And they couldn't get the IV into my left arm. And I sat there and I told them on Thursday, I was like, when you see me on Monday morning, I'm going to have a giant bruise. They're like, but we didn't actually hit the vein. I'm like, no, you have no idea. And so I came, so Monday morning, I got this big old giant purple bruise on my forearm. And I walked in and I saw the same nurse that was there on Thursday. And I sat there and I said, see, look at this. She's like, holy shit. She literally let off, holy shit. I had never heard.
If she was really bothered by that picture, then it would have sent her over the edge to see the one where I was put, when I had a really bad SVT episode. Supraventricular tachycardia. I went in and my heart rate was like well over 200, and it had been for like over an hour and a half.
Oof.
They actually had to administer adenosine to slow my heart rate down. But to do that, they have to put those patches, those to shock your heart in case it stops. Yeah. Oh God, what do they call those?
Oh geez, I want to say AFib. But no.
But yeah, they put them, and they're huge. and I took a picture of myself with those on. She would have shit her bed if she'd seen those ones.
Yeah,
Bruises
but
bother
her name was Mona, and she
Mhm.
she didn't like me from the get go. She just didn't really like me. I guess she just didn't mesh with my weird autistic quirks. And so she never liked me, but I did my part to try and play nice, and
So she was just looking for an excuse.
she was looking for an excuse, yes. And so when I posted the picture to the FC Discord of the bruise on my arm, she's like, "Can you please mark that a spoiler? Some people are a little sensitive, blah, 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 blah." I was like, I don't know how to mark. I still, to this day, do not know how to mark something as spoiler on Discord. I don't. But, like, literally.
It's changed.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to censor words.
Uh-huh.
I just know how to do pictures.
Right. Well, I don't know how to do either. But, so I sat there and I said, I don't know how. And so, like, literally 1 minute, she's like, okay, we'll teach you. And then the very next minute, she's like, nope, never mind. And, there was a discussion going on, and I was involved in it, and there was no argument or anything like that. It's just Mona was getting testy. And so Mona was like, well, if you want to continue this discussion, you can private message me rather than having all the drama here. And I'm like, I'm not the one who started the drama. She's like, yeah, but you're the one who finished it. And then she booted me.
No, she finished it by booting you.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And it was all over a bruise on my arm. Like, what the fuck?
Special.
Uh-huh. That was definitely the most power trippy experience I have had in 14 in all the years I've been playing.
Wow.
And then my friend who I actually invited to play the game, she decided to stay with that group instead of following me. I'm like, why are you staying with those blowhards? Yeah, I got really very dejected and upset about that. Because essentially I was abandoned.
Yeah. It's a little crap.
Mm-hmm. I was pretty much essentially abandoned. And, like, I questioned her on it one day, and she's like, well, I just want to see how the FC turns out. There's a lot of stuff going on. Mona left. And I'm like, what? That just sounded like an absolute excuse to me. Not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Mona left that entire server, not just the FC. She left the server, but still.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Sounds to me like her drama caught up with her and she couldn't get away with the shit she was pulling anymore.
Probably. But, you know, my friend staying behind in that FC, that really bothered me. Because, I mean,
yeah.
I've been friends with this person for 20 plus years. And I invited...
that free company in 10 seconds flat.
Yeah, you know, I invited them to play the game. They've always been a good friend. I mean, heck, her parents even adopted me.
Mm-hmm.
So they're mom and dad for me too. And, you know, we get along and everything like that. But, like, she stayed behind in that FC. And the only thing she could tell me was, I just want to see how this FC turns out. What?
Wow.
After how they treated me?
Yeah.
What is our 20 years of friendship? I mean, why don't you have my back? Where's the support? That is...
Yeah. I'm gonna mute myself for a second so I don't, you know, make a whole lot of noise here for a second.
Okay.
There we go. I was closing up a bag of chips that I probably shouldn't have been eating, but it was doing so.
Oh, that's okay. I have an open cylinder of Pringles in front of me. Salt and vinegar.
I love salt and vinegar chips. They're so good.
And this is why I love you. One of many reasons, but yes.
Let's see. It's time for me to go and play Reaper. Let's see if I can do this.
You know, this guy reminds me a whole lot of Zell from Final Fantasy VIII.
Which one is it?
Let me... Let me see. Upload. Why isn't it popping up?
Because let's make life difficult for you.
It does, apparently. Screenshots. That is Phantasy Star. There it is.
Still trying to get used to the fact that they're calling me a him now instead of a her.
Alright, sent you a picture on Discord.
Okay. Oh yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
Yep.
He just totally screams Zell.
Yes, he does.
I mean, even the way he talks. If Zell was in this universe, that would probably be it.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Let's see if I can do this. Should be a whole lot easier than the frickin' Reaper. Or not, excuse me. Sage. Sage. Ugh.
I was thinking of giving Sage a try, but when you talked about it, I definitely retracted my...
Oh. I was so disappointed.
I mean, it looks cool. But...
Yeah. Flashy as fuck, boy. Damn, is it stupid as hell. I was not a happy camper. Almost forgot to give myself the roll abilities.
Yeah, this still sounds like Shadowbringers when you have the quest accepted and quest finished tone.
Well, if you're in Shadowbringers content, then it will.
But I'm not. I'm going around...
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I'm on the main quest on official business. I'm over here in Castrum Oriens.
It's odd.
Yeah, that is definitely the quest accepted Shadowbringer's tone. Alizé Gridania. Cumulonimbus cloud. Fly. Thank you. Wait a second.
Okay, that was just freaking awesome. Summoning your avatar. That's what's freaking awesome.
Wait, what? Summoning your avatar?
For a Reaper.
Oh. When you were saying summoning your avatar, I was sitting here thinking dot hack.
Yeah, they call them avatars. Your little buddy that you're supposed to pull up. Looks like a little Reaper.
Thank God it didn't cost money. Oh, wow. Edward Excalibur. There's a newbie player here that is Edward Excalibur. And literally Excalibur.
Oh, jeez.
I believe that's where I want to go. Yosh. Birdie.
I'm actually thoroughly enjoying this.
The Reaver class?
Mm-hmm. Might have to reset my bars a little bit. That shouldn't be too difficult. I actually completed the duty. Unlike with flippin' Sage. God, that was a nightmare. was so looking forward to it. It just turns into a fucking button mashing class. It's like, no. I mean, I get it that it's a shielding class, but it's like, I don't know. It's not my style.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I hope I didn't miss it. Oh, damn. Only a half hour left. Ooh, I better get that in. I'm playing a mobile game on the side.
Ah.
Oh! Dear old Daddy Pooh. Haven't seen that bow in a while. Alphino must be really shooken up. I do not recognize that song, so we're leaving. I have to get used to this new Ethernet list layout.
Right? Feels like it's got like one extra step in it to get what I'm needing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm so used to the original, I just
Right,
know exactly
yeah,
where I'm going,
yep.
and now it's like I have to pay attention to
Uh-huh.
make sure I'm clicking the right one.
Yeah.
So what did you name your chocobo?
Luthien.
Elder Seeds here. I thank you
Mine
for
is
granting me
Altaria.
this audience.
Pokemon name. It is blue.
Yeah, mine is one of 2 elvish names I've been handed.
Nice. I used to use one of my elvish names a lot, but stopped after a while.
Mm-hmm.
I am Fortuno Levea, here in my capacity as
One of my
representative
very
of
first
the Forum.
World of Warcraft characters was named Relinda, was the
It is I
elvish
who
name
should
that I was
thank
given.
you, Master Fortuno, for
Through a
journeying
generator,
so
no
far
less.
and
Ha, ha,
so
ha.
swiftly. Would that our first meeting could have been under happier circumstances.
It has been too long, Father. You look well.
As do you both. Ameliance will be glad to hear that you are taking care of yourselves.
How is Mother?
She misses you terribly, of course,
A half hour before my
but
partner
is otherwise
will be
a
home.
picture of health.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably have to hop out of Discord so that I can talk to him.
Yeah.
If not. But I still got a half hour. Woo!
Okay, so far, Daddy Dearest isn't being too mean.
Daddy.
Circumstances apart, I'm grateful that our meeting has afforded me the chance to be
Yeah,
reunited with my
myself.
children at long last. And I believe I also owe you thanks for the hospitality you showed my father, Louiswa, during his sojourn in Eorzea.
All thanks we owe to him. In the days prior to the 7th Umbral Calamity, it was your father's tireless efforts which granted us a means to vanquish the primals. Were it not for him, our strength would have been quite spent by the time the Empire arrived. That Gridania still stands is in large part his achievement. He was a great man.
He would doubtless have been moved to hear you say so. I must confess, however, that I opposed his decision to intervene.
You know one thing I've noticed?
And my position remains
Doing all the questing and stuff in the areas. A lot of the music is very reminiscent of Final Fantasy X.
Well, Endwalkers is supposed to take a lot after Final Fantasy IV.
Uh-huh.
So if you've ever played 4, you'll definitely notice the similarities.
I have not. I think my partner has, but I have.
Yeah.
Well, no, I take that back. I did play a little bit of it for a while, but I didn't make it very far. And it was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Final Fantasy IV, back then known as Final Fantasy II for the SNES, was the first Final Fantasy game that was ever introduced to our household.
Yep.
And Final Fantasy VI, which was 3 at the time, was the best one the entire family ever played. And
I was introduced to 8. My friend that I had at the time had gotten 7 and 8 from her dad.
Uh-huh.
But she didn't like 8, so she gave it to me along with the guide and everything, and I played the hell out of that game.
Yeah, I skipped 7, 8, and 9 until well after 10. 10 was the next one I played after 6.
Yeah. I played 8, then got 9, and then 10. I skipped 11 and 12.
I skipped 11. I skipped 11 entirely.
Well, my partner played 11. He played that religiously with his father and his brother, actually.
Uh-huh.
And while he was playing that, I was playing World of Warcraft. I mean, I remember vaguely hearing about 11 online, but I didn't have the capabilities of playing any games online at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I just didn't.
Yeah.
And my mom, she's not a gamer.
Yeah.
Although she's the one who's at fault for getting me into gaming because she had that Atari when I was a kid. Yeah. And but she's not a gamer. Though she does play. Well, yes, she is, but she doesn't call herself one
Uh-huh.
because she plays Animal Crossing, and she's got some other games that she's played, but she plays it very casually. But yeah, like I said, she's the one that got me into playing video games. So technically, it's her fault if she wants to blame anybody.
Yeah, my parents, both of them were gamers. Not my biological dad, but my stepdad who raised me.
Yeah. Well,
And
my stepdad never would have done that.
yeah, in
He was
fact,
so old.
yeah, in fact, before my stepdad died back when I was 15, his last gift to us was a PlayStation 2 and Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, my first. Oh, well, I want to say okay. So my first PlayStation I bought off a friend, and I actually originally got it because I wanted to play. What was that game? It was a Star Wars game. It was like Jedi Power Battles is what it was, and it wasn't on any other system. So I already had a N64, but it did. That game just was not on that system.
I am familiar
so I
with
ended
the
up
Sharlayan
buying
stance.
the first, PlayStation 1 off a friend with several games, a couple controllers, couple save, sticks, and it for like $70.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got my first job,
not to deliver a lecture,
I was able to buy my PlayStation 2 with the tax return that I got from that job.
Intervene in the conflict
and I got like
between
$900
Eorzea
back
and the
from that,
Garlean Empire.
which, gosh, that at that time that was pretty good. But I also had
May I ask for
extra
what
money
reason
taken
the
out of my
Forum has
check,
come to this decision?
like $10
The
a
final
paycheck
days spell
to
the
add
end not
on
only for
to
Eorzea,
my tax return.
but the entire
Kind of like a little
world.
way to help save money because I am terrible. Well, I
The
used to be
final
terrible.
days. Pray spare me your hyperbole.
But
This
yeah.
conflict is no more than the latest in
So I
a
got the
series of
PlayStation,
petty
and that's the reason why I
squabbles
got the
between
PlayStation 2, 'cause I
yourselves
wanted
and Garlemald.
Final Fantasy X.
One in which Sharlayan will take no part. If the final days were truly
Another
upon
game that
us,
I'm looking forward to coming out is the remake that they're doing of Monster Rancher.
That was one series I'd never got into.
I never really got into the show, but I loved the damn game.
I never.
Rancher 2.
I think I saw like one episode of the show, but I never touched the show or the game.
I don't even remember where I got the game or who I got it from. I just remember that I loved that game. And I remember I would sit there with my friend and we would go through every single CD or DVD, or not, that we could go through at the time. We went through like regular CDs and DVDs, and we went through like computer discs to see if we could get anything that we could try. We did. And we got so many monsters off that, and we bred them and raised them, and it was so much fun.
Father, you must ask the Forum to
I
reconsider.
think some of my favorite ones were the ones that were like fairies, or like, and I like the wolf-like ones. I can't remember what they were technically called now.
You may
but
feel
those were my
safe on your
favorite ones.
little island across the waves. But if you imagine the Telophoroi will leave you be, you are mistaken. They mean to kill us all, themselves included.
Alphino
go
is
to the
right.
gold saucer.
We have seen what the enemy is capable of, the lengths to which they'll go. This is no time to turn a blind eye. If Eorzea falls, so too will Sharlayan. So if you truly love our homeland, you will join us. Now, before it's too late.
Other versions that I did play of Final Fantasy. I played
it seems I was
Crisis
wrong.
Core.
Wrong to ever let you leave, Sharlayan.
I tried tactics, but it wasn't really my
consoled
thing.
myself that your time abroad would instill in you some hint of restraint, of discipline. But I see now that Eorzea has
I did
made
play
fools
through.
of you
I
both.
started Final Fantasy X too.
Have you forgotten why it was
but
that I so
that's-
vehemently
I quit
opposed your
that
grandfather's
when,
departure?
my friends that I was working with, well, not really friends, co-workers at
Mm-hmm.
Walden Books. They introduced me to World of Warcraft. Mike and I can't remember, Christine.
I don't
What
know.
are their names? Yeah. Yeah. They introduced me to that, and then left me to be very addicted to this game that I didn't know anybody. Yeah. Not even on for a couple weeks before they just totally left me there.
Yeah, yeah, I've had that experience quite a few times.
Yep.
And then when I go and bring someone on, they abandon me.
Mm.
For all his wisdom, his only solution was to go to war.
Too bad for
Death,
Mini
devastation,
Crackpot.
ruin. Even those who claim victory are scarred for life. What prize could ever justify such sacrifice? It is the duty of the learned to avert
I'm the
such
only one
tragedy.
online right now. Yep. I am
By
the only
fanning
one
the
online in
flames
my
of
free company
war,
right now.
You forsake all you once held dear. I see your friend shares your misguided ideals. But unlike her, you should know
It cracks
better.
me up every time I go somewhere, and I'm just standing there with my buddy boy in his maid getup.
Uh-huh.
I can tell when people are they see, or like they haven't seen somebody like that yet. They always stop right in front of me.
Yeah.
And then they run past a little bit and then stop again. Because you know that they're trying to check you out.
Yeah, yeah, I've had that before. When I was in the hula gear for last year's summer event. Was it last year or this year?
I think I missed out on that.
Yeah, well, I have the hula attire and the hula dance. And
yeah, I missed out on it definitely. They'll have it for sale on the Mug Station next year.
Yeah.
They always do.
Yeah, yeah. I was dancing near the aetherite crystal in the Crystarium.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd often get people staring to look at me. They'd do like circles around me, or they'd do an emote at me.
By espousing such barbaric notions, you subvert the teachings of Charlian and place all we have worked for in jeopardy.
Aww.
Alphino, Alizé, as of this moment, you shall no longer bear the name
bread?
of Leveilleur.
Oh! Piss off, you fucker!
I missed something.
How much of the storyline have you played?
I'm level 81, almost level 82.
Daddy is disowning the kids.
Yes. He is a fucking asshole. I know why. You're not in Endwalker content
How
yet.
you choose to live your lives is no longer my concern.
Because that's still Shadowbringers content.
Ruin, I will not stand in your way.
So that would explain why you're still getting Shadowbringers music. Though how you managed to miss that, I don't know.
While Charlian may have no intention of intervening in this conflict, we can still part as friends.
Because that was like the last part of that was like the last patch.
We might learn of Charlian's
before
hopes for the morrow.
Shadowbringers.
I have said what I came here to say. Any further discussion would be meaningless.
Father, wait!
Don't bother, Alizé.
How can you stand there and watch him walk away? How can you let this happen?
Okay, they literally just made the strangest banana thing I think I've ever seen. They took bananas, froze them, then put peanut butter all over them, like coated the whole banana in peanut butter, froze it again, and then made a batter with the banana that they cut off, so to make it like an actual stick.
Okay.
And turned that into like a banana bread type coating, and then took those
Pretty much a banana corn dog.
Kinda, yeah. And they deep fried it, and I'm sitting there going,
Well, they have deep fried Oreos and deep fried ice cream.
why not? Yeah, they put it on a stick. Thank goodness, to make it easier to eat.
Jalapeno
But I'm
on a
sitting there going,
stick.
"Shit."
Jalapeno
Started with
on
the
a
video
stick.
saying monkey bread.
Oh
I was
my
like, that's not monkey bread.
Yeah, that's definitely not monkey bread.
No, they started out the video with monkey bread though. Now they're shoving carrot into dough and a ton of cinnamon. Ooh. They don't add sugar to that. That's not gonna be any good.
Have you ever tried to take a spoonful of powdered cinnamon?
Nope, I have not. I've watched other people do it, but I'm not, stupid enough to do it myself. Did you?
Nope.
Oh, good. Phew.
No, but
Yeah, no.
I stick cinnamon in a lot of things. Like I'll make a
Same
chocolate.
here.
I make chocolate cake. Like I'll take dark chocolate cake, and I'll put dark chocolate chips in it, and I'll add cinnamon to it. And, oh my god, it is
Yummy.
fucking delicious.
Yum yum yum.
Yum 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 yum.
Oh, I'm starting to yawn. That's not good. Probably gonna end up going to bed early tonight. Freaking exhausted.
Boy, do I know that feeling. It's not even midnight yet, and I'm actually tired.
I think mine is more related to my feeling so shitty today.
Ugh. And I have this spot under my arm that keeps itching, and it needs to stop. It's just above the end of my surgery scar, too.
Ooh. How old is the surgery scar?
Surgery was May 14th, 2018.
Oh.
So...
Well, then I don't think it's that. I was going to suggest that if it's a newer surgery, it might be your nerves growing back in, but...
Yeah.
That should have already happened.
Well, interestingly enough, under my right breast, because this was the breast reduction surgery, there's a spot that will itch randomly every so often, and it's like inside the boob, and you can't scratch it. It's not on the surface for you to scratch. And I'm just like, ah! It just drives me up a tree.
No, I'm kidding.
It really drives me up a tree. Oh man, if I could
I'd be fondling myself until it's better,
I've lost so much feeling in my boobs because of that surgery that I could literally stab my boob with a tack and I won't even feel it.
Ouch.
Like I can't even feel my nipples, and so like if I have to, find my nipples for any reason, I literally have to lift my shirt and physically look because I can't feel.
Damn.
I'm like, I don't know if I'm grabbing the right spot.
Right.
But I do not regret having the surgery. I don't. I never will. I spent over 10 years fighting for that surgery.
Oof.
Over 10 years.
Damn. I like that picture you posted of the last Airbender.
With the dragons underneath.
The sad thing is, I didn't mind the movie.
I don't even think
iterations of things.
Well, the thing is I think I got not even barely 10 minutes into the movie before I was like, I cannot stand this. The names alone. I'm just like, no. And then Zuko.
My partner's a huge fan of that whole series, and for me, I'm just like, I came into it late, so it wasn't that big of a deal for me. I always try to keep my mind open when it comes to movies and games, and that's why I'm really disappointed in myself about Sage, because I got really super hyped up for it and was let down.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
that's why
did I let myself get so excited about this?
You know,
usually I don't do that.
Yeah, I normally tend not to have any expectations because I'm so often always let down, so I just kind of stopped having expectations. And it's just like my relationships with people. Yeah, I can be friends with just about anyone, but I won't expect anything. Because more often than not, they're always going to leave.
Yep.
Because they're 95% of the time, the reason I lose someone is they either want something I have, or I stand up to the abuse that they're subjecting me to, and they don't like it.
Yeah. And me, I've learned that I'm just like, you know what? If you're gonna fucking throw drama at me, I'm done. I'm out. I'm not gonna do this shit anymore.
I don't give anyone... I stopped giving second chances.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really do second chances. It's like, fuck up.
There's very rare instances where I allow second chances. I mean, with you and with Megan, I was just like, why not? Whatever. I didn't really have any sort of negative feelings that kept me from allowing, that second chance. And I mean, look, here we are.
Right? I think, and for the longest time, I think for me, I was dealing with a lot of my own problems.
Mm-hmm.
And it was hard for me. And look at how old we were. We were still young. We were still young.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't stop me from thinking about you a lot through the years, wondering how you're doing.
Well,
if things were okay.
My biggest qualm was the fact that you called me needy, and that you were done dealing with me, and that your game was more important than me.
Yeah.
That was just my issue.
To it. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
That's because I was addicted to it.
And that's
I know that now.
Yeah, and that's the whole reason. To be perfectly honest, that is the entire reason I hate WoW.
Really?
That is
because of me?
Yes, that is the absolute number one. That is the absolute number one reason I have called that game the soul stealing game of doom, and I will not touch it. I won't.
I think, and I want to say in the last 10 years, the only time I have actively played it was when a fresh expansion came out, and then I played it long enough to finish the story, and that was it.
Right.
And then it's like, it's gone, it's done. Because I don't like that drama and the
community,
the toxic men in that game is.
It's not just the toxic men. It's the whole.
I don't come across women very often that are like that, but it's mostly men that I meet.
Well, granted that the sex ratio is very much there, but the men are not exclusive to the game.
Oh, no, definitely not.
But the player fan base as a whole is very toxic, very elitist. And, seeing so many former WoW players come to 14 and be like, oh my god, 14 is amazing. What was I thinking when I played WoW? It just goes to show you. And a lot of them will sit there and say, it's the player base that has made the difference.
It is. And I've stood by that for a long time. And I was telling other people, it's like, if you're coming from World of Warcraft and you think it's okay to pick on people, you're going to get banned.
Uh-huh.
In World of Warcraft, I shit you not. Anytime I had to get in touch with the GM, 9 times out of 10, whatever problems I had did not get taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
If someone was harassing me, I think the one time that somebody actually did, it was early on in the game, and it was before any of the expansions came out, and somebody had told me that they were going to find where I lived and they were going to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
And I reported them, and they banned the player. But it's like, I have no idea if that person ever actually knew how to do that, but they took it very seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Because that player found out that I was a girl and just was toxic and horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And they were following me everywhere I went.
You know, that kind of reminds me of a recent incident in Final Fantasy XIV. Asmongold is one of those WoW to fort. Yes. And people were
him,
yeah,
they banned them.
Yeah, they banned the entire group of people that were sitting there blocking him from being able to talk to NPCs and, you know, do stuff and everything like that.
They were bitching about it. They were bitching about it. Oh, Asmongold got me banned. No, you got yourself banned.
Uh-huh.
You were a dick. You got yourself banned.
Yep.
Asmongold is here just trying to enjoy a game. Yes, he's streaming it. He streams it for his fan base to enjoy what he is enjoying at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And you putting yourself in the way and making a colossal dick of yourself got yourself banned.
Yep.
Period.
Yep.
The developers of this game and the GMs of this game are a lot stricter when it comes to that because they want to protect their players. And rightfully so.
Yeah.
It's not an all, go for all or dog eat dog world here. You have to be respectful. I mean, they've even changed the terms of service recently to reflect that. It's harsher rules and just... And how hard is it to be a nice person?
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
How hard is it to be a decent human being?
And
you can offer advice, but you have to do it in a way that is not rude.
Mm-hmm. And
says,
it's just like real life. It's just like real life. Treat people the way you want to be treated, and that is how I live my life. And yet, people will still try to walk all over you, to treat you like shit. It's like the in thing to be a mean person. It's the in thing to be disrespectful. It's the in thing to think that the world owes you.
Yep, and it doesn't. It owes you nothing.
Life is an unfair mistress, and she always will be. So pull your head out of your ass and move on.
Yep. But like we said, it costs nothing to be a nice person. It is absolutely free. But it will cost you everything to be an asshole.
Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, I have yet to experience karma working against anyone who ever did me wrong. Especially those that, abused me, or like my cousin stalked and harassed me for years to the point where I actually physically had to go to court and try and get a restraining order against her. Because I disowned my entire stepfamily because their vindictiveness in thinking that my mom and I were not good enough for my stepdad was to the point that they were using me as a pawn to ruin our family. Jesus. And that's how I lost my first niece. And I endlessly blame myself for trusting them. But I wrote an 11-page letter to my entire stepfamily, and I said, some of you deserve this, some of you do not, but I am disowning all of you. And I gave a whole list of reasons, examples. Like I said, this was an 11-page letter. And literally my cousin's response to this was, no, I'm not going to stop bothering you, blah, 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 blah. Both my younger stepbrother and my cousin were pulling this shit. And my cousin was going...
You are allowed to cut out whoever you need to.
Uh-huh.
Plain and simple.
Yeah, well, my cousin went... David gave up after a while. He shut his mouth, did his own thing. He became a fat drunk who abused the mother of his first child. Enough said. My other stepbrother is a level 2 sex offender. Enough said. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my cousin, she would literally sit there and make account after account. She even had one account named Linty Pig. Right.
Linty Pig.
Linty Pig, yes. And she sat there and she sent me a message of, "Bitch, you have been found," and blah, 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 blah. And
what the hell?
Yeah. Yeah. And she was doing it to my mom, too. She was doing it to my mom, too. Yeah. And so I literally had to go to court and get a restraining order against her. And I actually had to join Spokio in order to get my cousin's address, workplace address, and her driver's license, which had her mother's address, and have the papers served to all 3 locations.
Oof.
Which apparently scared the living hell out of her because she stopped bothering me after that.
Good.
She lied to police and said she didn't live or work at any of these places. I don't know how she got away with that. But,
yeah.
So the papers weren't technically served and the restraining order was not technically put in place. But the judge sat there and said, if you hear anything more from her, you call the police and have her arrested.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But she stopped bothering me after that. And the only time she's made her presence known is when my second niece was born. And she decided to try causing trouble. But that was only a one-time incident, thankfully.
Thank goodness.
Mm-hmm. And then she turned around and got pregnant with her own child. She never wanted kids. She never wanted kids.
Poor child.
So joke's on her.
Right? But that poor kid.
Yes,
being
yes.
subjected to that.
Yep. I agree. I completely agree with that.
Oh. It's an Amber Alert 6 hours ago. Amber Alert issued for missing 15-year-old. Believed to be with 36-year-old Jonathan Wayne Bowles, a non-compliant sex offender. He has multiple felony warrants out for his arrest. Poor girl.
Yeah, I actually have a similar stalking case. There's a guy, his name is Christopher Keandre Steffens. And somehow, do not ask me why, despite being wanted in multiple states, he somehow still manages to land a security job, which leaves him access to weapons and ammo. And he...
What the fuck?
Yes. We met on an anime group, and we were getting along, and he, I guess, found pictures of me on my profile, and that was during the time that I was starting to be really proactive about polycystic ovarian syndrome awareness. So I, had pictures of me with my facial hair and everything, and he then turned around and he asked if I was trans, and I said, no, I have a medical condition, and I explained it to him, and he's like, he was going on about how trans people were awesome and stuff like that, and then, a week went by, and then he's like, I like you. Can we date? And I was like, I just don't see you like that. And then, the next day, he's all, trans are crap, and blah, 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 blah. And I sat there and I called him out on his, I called him out on his hypocrisy. He went ape shit. And then
wow.
All of this stuff ensued, and he started stalking me with, a dozen different Facebook accounts and so on and so forth. And, it got to the point where, once all this broke out and a certain incident played out, I ended up finding his YouTube. And through his YouTube, you could see how violent and deranged of a person he is. He would shoot laptops or TV screens with guns. And the incident that drew me to finding all that was he posted a video on YouTube where he was shooting pictures of me with a gun. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he's got more than one YouTube account on top of that. And I literally shared that video to... I'm
talking to Shay Shay.
Hi.
Shay Shay says hi. Hi. Thank you. Chicken noodle soup. Yay.
Got 4.
Okay.
I wasn't sure how many you want.
Well, since anything solid sounds pretty to me right now, it's perfect.
I usually mix rice with
Fine,
chicken noodle soup.
Things. I can smell things.
For sure, I just farted and you didn't say
Seriously, dude? Shaylee is laughing.
Oh, that was good. That was good. Oh. But no, so I took that video and I posted it to my Facebook and I sat there and I said, I need anyone who cares to report this video and report this account. And literally within an hour, the video was removed.
Good.
My friend, one of my friends, a clothing, actually lingerie designer in Chicago, she actually had the brains to save the video and send me a copy of the video so I could use it as evidence.
Damn. Yeah, that was a good idea.
Mm-hmm. She definitely thought ahead on that one because I literally had, yeah. But, yeah, so he spent 3 years just randomly sending me passive-aggressive messages about how Trump is great and he voted for Trump and how many times he was beating trans people up and who he was sending to the hospital. And then sending me pictures of his guns and his ammo, which is considered a threat.
Yeah, yeah.
Police won't do anything.
What the hell?
Mm-hmm. Because he is, quote-unquote, technically not in the state of Washington. So apparently federal mandates don't apply.
Wow.
But this dude strongly believes that I'm trans, and because he's transphobic and violent and wanted in several states on felony charges, he wants to kill me because he strongly believes that I'm trans. And I'm not.
Wow. Just because you turned him down.
I think him, quote unquote, confessing to me was part of his attempt at a trap.
Ah.
I think he was trying to just get close to me in any way he could. And when I didn't go along with it, he just figured, what the hell, blew up, yeah. Which, you know, in hindsight, was a really smart move on my part because I could have ended up dead.
Yeah.
I more than likely probably would have ended up dead if I had gone along with that Joker.
It's so sad that these days, you know, women
Mm-hmm.
and trans people have to be so
Careful. Yeah. And the thing is I have plenty of trans friends, and I'm actually
Same here.
I'm actually kind of crushing on one of my trans friends, who's also one of my viewers here on Twitch. So I hope she doesn't see this later. Anyway. So, like, I say to my trans friends, and they kind of give me this weird look or a weird response. I'm like, I know what you guys go through. And they kind of give me this weird look, and I'm like, no, you really have no idea. I know what you go through, because I am treated like you every single day.
Yep.
I receive the same treatment you do every single day.
All because people assume things.
Mm-hmm. And, like, there was this one time, I can't remember if it was Winko's or Walmart. I think it was Walmart. And I needed to use the bathroom. So I was going to the public bathroom, the ladies' room. This old lady and 2 kids come out, and she sees me, and she gets this disgusted, terrified look, grabs the kids, and runs.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yes. And so, I'm not a trans person, but I know on a daily basis what they go through, the things they suffer, the discrimination that they face.
Yep.
So, It's
people,
like,
you know,
I
people
didn't.
suck.
Yeah, people suck. And it's like, I don't have any control of my body. This is the way I was born. This was my DNA. I can't help that I have a beard, and sometimes a more luscious beard than a man. But,
Peach fuzz, so I got a little lucky on that. Mine is not very dark. But
Well-
there is definitely a beard there.
My ex-boyfriend, Rob, he is a tall, lanky, skinny dude who's also practically hairless.
So you grew more than he did.
Yeah. Yes. Even in the legs.
Oh.
I out-haired this man. It was quite amusing. That was one of the things he liked about me, though.
Okay. Hey.
Even though he ghosted me, that was one of the things he always claimed to like about me, was that I was hairier than he was. So, I grew my hair out. I grew my beard out for nearly a year.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was... November last year was when we started talking. And that's when I, decided to go along with him. He was like, hey, how long can you make your beard grow? I was like, I don't know. I've never done it before. He's like, I'd like to see. So I was like, okay. So I started growing my beard out.
Why not?
No one else was going to notice because I was wearing a mask half the time. That was until it got long enough that it was peeking out the underside of the mask. But, whatever.
Yeah.
But now I'm to the point, even if I wax and make it so even the roots are gone and so my skin isn't, color tinged like if I had shaved.
Yeah.
People are still treat me like crap. Even if I have long hair and big boobs, I'm still treated like a man.
Yeah.
So I was like, why bother? So I trim, but I don't remove it. I don't see a point because regardless of what I do, people are always going to treat me like shit.
Yeah, they're just going to judge you anyways.
Mm-hmm. So I just kind of gave up. And, the last couple of years with COVID has made it really easy.
Have again. Well, my darling, it is time for me to hop off a voice so that I can spend some time with the partner.
Okie dokie.
I will talk to you later, though.
Yeah.
Probably tomorrow I'll be back on again.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And let's see, tomorrow's what, Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything planned. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I will be around.
Okay. I will talk to you tomorrow then.
Oh, yes, me.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Nice to me.
Okie dokie. And on that note, I'll get through this scene, and I'm probably going to quit for the night. Not spell. Critical hit skill. Payday determination. Determination to tenacity. That one's my better bet. Uh-oh. Cackling robed one. Fan Daniel. Snake dick fuckface. With that, I'm going to end this stream here and resume tomorrow. Until next time, see you guys later.